What's up, everybody? This is Bruce, aka Geektacular, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of Evangelion 2.22 You Cannot Advance. So this is the second of, I believe, what are going to be 4 Evangelion Rebuild movies. So if you're not familiar, this is an anime series that came out, I believe, in the mid-90s. And Neon Genesis Evangelion was the original. That was, I think, 26 episodes. And not recently, but in the 2000s, the late 2000s, they decided to do a reboot of Evangelion. And so basically they were going to use the original sort of as a template and pretty much just redo the Neon Genesis Evangelion story. From what I hear, basically just retelling it exactly like it is, well, essentially like it is in Neon Genesis Evangelion, just with sort of some updated visuals, updated music, CGI, that sort of thing. Just kind of redoing it in a modern, more modern way. But the characters and everybody like that, the storyline for the most part, I believe, is the same as Neon Genesis Evangelion. Just kind of rebooted, refreshed for a new audience. So this is the second of those 4. So basically they just split the series up into 4 OVAs, 4 movies. So this is the second one. I haven't actually watched the first one, but I recently purchased it, and you can see the unboxing on my channel if you go there. The first one covers, I guess, like the first 6 episodes worth of story from Neon Genesis Evangelion. And then this is, well, no, I guess that would be the first 8. Yeah, so I think the first one covers... No, if there's going to be 4 volumes, then yeah, I guess it is maybe the first 6 episodes, and this would be like the second 6, that kind of thing. I'm watching through Neon Genesis Evangelion also right now, and right now I'm about a little bit over, no, I'm about halfway through. I'm on episode 12 or 13, I think. So I could probably watch Evangelion 111 and 222, and, you know, be able to compare it to the original. The reason that it's 2.22 instead of 2.0, which you'll see some places, is that traditionally the name of this one is Evangelion 2.0. But when they've released these to home media, so like Blu-ray and DVD, they actually cleaned up a lot of the visuals. If they needed to make any additional cuts or different edits or add in anything or something, like redraw things, they did that all for the home release. So that's why instead of 2.0, which is what aired in theaters, like in Japan, this is called 222, because it's basically sort of like a slightly tweaked, revised, cleaned up version of what they showed in theaters. 3.33 is not out yet as of December 2014. It's being, from what I've heard, everything about it is done except they're redoing one of the English dubs, because they didn't like how it turned out the first time or something like that. So that's actually being held up by Funimation right now. But hopefully it should come out early 2015 maybe. And then the final chapter will come out sometime after that. So here is the Blu-ray. One thing to mention, I've gotten 4 minutes in and I haven't even showed you anything. One thing to mention is that the 1.11 came in like a slipcover. This one, apparently there's maybe some of the earlier versions or some of the earlier runs of this release had an extra slipcover on it. That was kind of like textured in sort of a solid color. But the one that I got from Amazon, so I got this brand new directly from Amazon in December 2014. The one that I got does not have a slipcover. It's just the Blu-ray shrink wrapped. no slipcover or anything like that. So if that's something that you want, you might want to go on eBay and get one that specifically has that. If you don't care, I don't really like slipcovers to begin with, so I'm perfectly fine with this one not having one. The one for Evangelion 1.11 was the cover art on the slipcover was exactly like the disc, so that one is even more worthless, in my opinion. Slipcovers do have their place sometimes. Sometimes people do cool things with slipcovers, but for the most part, I would say the majority of releases that I buy that have slipcovers are actually just identical to the artwork on the case, which I don't really need that. And it's just a pain in the butt because it makes it harder to get to the actual discs on the inside for no real reason. Alright, so let me go ahead and give you a close-up of the front here. So it won some awards and things like that. Evangelion 222, You Cannot Advance. Here is the back. Compelling, exhilarating, simply gorgeous. That's what this says. So you'll see that there's some screenshots there of Shinji, Asuka, Rei is probably in there somewhere. Yeah, Rei, right there. Some of the Evas. So this one has 40 minutes of extra features. So these features are very similar to the 1.11 release. So they have a little short featurette about how they updated the old show, how they recreated some of the scenes and stuff like that. I think this one is actually how they cleaned up the 2.0 release for the home media. So kind of how they improved some of the scenes and things like that for the Blu-ray release. So that's got US voice cast commentary, and then some various spots and trailers and things like that. Main feature is in 1080p 16:9. It has Dolby True HD 6.1 English and Japanese, and it has English subs for those of you who are curious. That's the fine print down there. Here is the side, Evangelion 2.22, You Cannot Advance. And this looks very similar to the 1.11 release, so I think these will look nice sitting beside each other. Because I think, if I recall correctly, the 1.11 release has the same font and the same style text, just a different color. I think the first one's like purple. This one's like orange. So look here, so there are some things going on here, which I always appreciate. So here's the disc, and it's going to be hard to get it to focus on this because there's very barely any anything to focus on there. But you'll see here that this is sort of like red, kind of glossy finish, and it says Evangelion 222, You Cannot Advance right there, and then some of the other stuff. But otherwise, it's just like a flat, glossy disc. Let me take that out, and then let me take this out. So that's the artwork on the inside. That's pretty cool. I can't really tell what that's supposed to be. I don't know if I'm supposed to know what that piece of art is. I'm not sure. It's sort of like an abstract drawing sort of thing. Maybe it's an Eva head or something? I can't really tell. I'm going to feel dumb if it's something real obvious, and I just can't see it. But I think it might just be kind of cool artwork there. And then the book that you get with it is orange. Orange on the front and the back. And this is actually pretty thick. It's got an intro. It's got information about the rebuild of Evangelion 202. Then it's got sort of a character guide. So little screenshots for each character. I think the 1.11 release had a very similar booklet as well. So it looks like these releases for these are pretty standardized. So again, big character guide. It gives you a glossary of keywords, which is nice. When you hear people talking about AT fields or entry plugs or whatever, if you forget what those are, you can look in there. Temporary visuals. These are like some storyboards of different scenes from the show. Digital works. So some of the different digital things that they use to actually build these scenes from the drawings to what you see on the screen. So that's really cool. So there you go. Yeah, that's a really cool release. I am a big fan of that. It's kind of weird because everything else, like sort of the color theme of this release is orange. Like this is orange, the artwork behind this is orange, all this trim is orange, and the title is orange on the side, but the disc itself is red. It's kind of red. It's hard to see in this video, but it's kind of like purplish red, sort of. Like, I guess maroon. Maroon is probably the color that this would be categorized as. It looks a little bit more red on the video, I think, but yeah, it's definitely maroon. I don't know why everything else is orange and this is maroon. That seems odd, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. Minute detail there. So yeah, that is an unboxing of Evangelion 2.22 You Cannot Advance. If you like this unboxing, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. That'd be awesome. And if you like videos like this, if you like movie unboxings, anime, video games, all that kind of stuff, go ahead and click subscribe down below. That way you'll get notified whenever I come out with any new videos. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you next time.